Hey, my name is Azrielle Lawless, and once again, you have found Vella, the channel where we talk about all things to do with the new hot reading platform from Amazon called Kindle Vella. Again, I'm Azrielle Lawless. I'm your host here on Lawless Reads, where we read episodes from these epic stories that are served up to you one episode at a time, and all you need is an Amazon membership. You can go in there and check these stories out for yourself. I'll leave a link in the comments. Today we're going to do the first chapter of a story by Hoyt Hallford. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. We're going to do an interview with him, and I want to make sure that I've got samples of his stuff up here so that when you guys hear the show where we talk with him, then you'll be able to listen to the stories that he has out here. Okay, so this is called, once again, Grand Central Universe by Hoyt Hallford. And it's got, here's the tags on it: portal, sci-fi, fairy, dystopian, pixie, coming of age. Here's the synopsis. Tio can either become a royal or a scavenger. The council will decide based on the value of the ritual object Tio finds. That is, of course, if Tio survives the ritual. What follows is an action-packed mystery that will take Tio into the heart of his society and into the worlds of the gods. Now, Hoyt writes some whacked-out stuff, so get ready. Here we go. Choose a path, episode 1. And oh, by the way, any story out on Kindle Vella, if you've got an Amazon membership, you can read the first 3 episodes for free. Decide if you like it, and if you do like it, the coins to continue reading are really reasonable, and Amazon gives you a bunch of them for free. So anyway, there's that. Episode 1 of Grand Central Universe by Hoyt Hallford. Choose a path. Not all coming-of-age rituals hurt, but everyone screams when they get the tattoo. Last cycle, 6 of the 10 candidates died in the ritual. Sure, that sounds scary, but it's the tattoo that is most feared. Even those who die in the ritual must endure the tattoo. First, of course, it's only fitting that the tattoo hurts. The tattoos grant access to the worlds of the gods. Tio ran down Shermer Alley, the narrow corridor that separated the scavengers from the royals. On one side lived the privileged few in luxury. On the other existed the workers who supplied all the required goods and services for the select few. Some have everything they could want, others provide it. The ritual decides who is who. So it goes. Tio grew up with the scavengers. Every day his parents stepped through the gates to seek their fortune. Tio watched as they returned to their shack each evening, battered and worn from the day's scavenge. Of course, it would be easier to build a future and fill bellies if they kept more than the meager 10% value of what they retrieved from other worlds. But that's how the universe works. Scavengers give 90% to the city. Royals distribute the wealth among themselves in exchange for the governance of the Grand Central Universe. The worlds are a funny place. The one true world is the Grand Central Universe, a vast circular room kilometers across. The room is a giant dome, its ceiling reaching hundreds of meters at the center. Lining the walls of the room are portals, each about 3 meters in diameter. Tens of thousands of portals make up the outer perimeter of the room, through which people enter and exit continuously. The portals, of course, lead to other worlds. Tio paused a moment to watch a group of scavengers return. They emerged from a portal, each carrying sacks full of goods. 2 men carried away scavenged goods on a litter between them. As they entered the room, Tio noticed the bright glow of their tattoos through their ragged garments. The glow faded soon after they arrived. Tio waved at the incoming scavenge crew. "Hello, Uncle Tanner," Tio said. "Hey there, Tio, you pick a portal yet?" Tio groaned internally. Yes, of course, he lied. He had no idea what portal to take. It was against the rules for anyone to help a candidate decide which portal to choose for the ritual. Only fate can decide the fate of a child. "You know, I could point you in the right direction," Uncle Tanner said. "Did you get anything good today?" Tio asked to deflect his uncle from blasphemy. The scavenger glared at their haul. After it's proportioned, I'll need twice what I found today to feed this lot, the man gestured to his crew. Pray that the ritual makes you a royal, boy, another scavenger offered. The scavenger briefly placed their right hand over their eyes when he said it. Or that it makes you dead, said another. The scavenge crew chuckled and left with their things to one of the many customs buildings. There they will receive 10% of what they scavenged. You'd better hurry or you'll be late, Uncle Tanner called out over his shoulder. Tio heard the screams from dozens of meters away as he entered the ritual queue. About 20 girls and boys stood in a ragged line waiting for their turn to scream. Everyone looked nervous, even the two royal girls. The royals never had fever, their bellies always full. They spent their days in leisure and study while the scavengers toiled in the worlds of the gods until their tattoos burned and forced them to return. The waiting room was a narrow corridor built of stone. All the government and royal buildings were stone, painstakingly harvested from off-world. The scavengers lived in wood and tin structures. They made do as best they could with their bent and broken 10%. Tio stared at a bit of lace cloth on the table. It served no purpose. On the table sat a small vase with flowers. None of it served any purpose. Why would anyone scavenge things that serve no purpose? If you can't eat it or use it in a craft, what good was it? Tio considered the absurdity of the vase of flowers as he waited his turn. The boy in front of him went into the room. His screams were louder than the two royal girls. And then it was Tio's turn. The tattoo room was all white, like nothing Tio had ever seen. White cabinets lined the walls. In the center of the room stood a padded table. Remove your garment and lie down, a man dressed all in white said. On your stomach. Tio pulled his threadbare shirt over his lean shoulders. He cautiously climbed on the table. The padding felt far better than the stone slab of his sleeping berth. This may sting a bit, the man said as he began the tattoo. Tio grew hoarse as the tattoo etched deep into his skin, the pain more fierce than anything he had ever known. Such is the price each must pay to walk in the world of the gods. Tio became aware of a voice. Someone entered the room and began to chant prayers. The chant broke into instructions. You will enter the gate of your choice. You will seek the most valuable object you can discover. If you return, the council will assess the value of your offering. The council will determine if you join the royals or begin life as an active scavenger. Tio knew the rules. No help choosing a gate, bring back the most valuable thing he can find, then be judged. But he also knew his odds of finding something of value were non-existent. Scavengers have picked the worlds of the gods clean. Everything of value within a day's travel of the portal is already gone, so the odds of anyone finding something were slim indeed. But it did happen. A boy 3 cycles before came back with a jewel as big as his fist. However, Tio could not ignore the fact that the children of royals never became scavengers. On the contrary, they always found something of value. This could only mean that the royal children were inherently better than scavengers, as they claimed, or the royals received forbidden help in their portal decision. Of course, giving or receiving support is blasphemy, punishable by expulsion, which is a death sentence. The council automatically exiles blasphemers. Their tattoos glow, marking the necessity for their return, same as anyone who remains too long in the worlds of the gods. The tattoo consumes them. Scores of scavengers die each cycle trying to stay out a few minutes longer to increase their scavenge, only to be consumed by their tattoos if they don't make it back in time. Such is the price for walking the worlds of the gods. Tio survived the tattoo. He still felt the burn of the needle, but with it came a spider-walk tickle inside him, spreading from the tattoo to every bit of his skin. Now the most crucial decision of his life. He must select the gate. Already the others made their way to their gates. Some traveled far out of sight in either direction. Others chose a gate nearby. Tio spent years of his life considering this decision. He did not violate the law by asking anyone for advice, and he was a staunch defender of the hearts of others any time they strayed near blasphemy for offering hints or information. The decision was Tio's and his alone. And we're going to stop there because we're at 10 minutes now. And again, I'm going to leave you a link in the information section on this video. I do hope you check it out. Thanks very much. This is Azrielle Lawless in Lawless Reads.